What's up, Slimes? What's up, Slimes? Wait. What's up, Slimes? What's up? That's not the intro. Is what's up, Slats? What's up, Slasses? And let's get straight to it. So, I'm gonna assume that you guys watched the last episode, but if not, hopefully you've seen all the transfers that we did there. And then besides that, we still have this amount of money left, but because of the lower payroll that we have, I think I'm just going to wait till January and fill any gaps that we may need. Or if we sell somebody, if we have to unfortunately sell somebody, then I would rather, have somebody to add on to that. So, yes. There are a few transfers I made since you guys left. So I brought Royce in, who obviously exciting young prospect. And so, this is how he looks right now. He's on loan at Brentford right now, though, so we're not going to see any of him this season. But I just wanted to let you know that I brought him in. And then I also brought in Balotelli, who's 16 years old. So obviously he still has a lot to be desired, but he's, we know who Balotelli is. We know the potential that he had. So hopefully he'll be a great player for us as well, at least someday. Anyone else that I brought in that you guys wouldn't have seen? I don't think so. Okay. So let's get straight to it. So we have Jermaine Lux in keeper, David Garcia, Lescott and Yobo in the back with Sicardo next to him, and then Kallstrom and Cahill in the center mid spots. Nani on one side, Andy on the other side. Leon Osman picked up a knock here, so we're gonna play Kurlon in this attacking mid spot, and then we're gonna play Andy, good Andy to be specific. We're gonna play good Andy up top, and then we have a bench of Phil Neville, which I still haven't figured out what the solution is for the Phil Neville situation. But Phil Neville, Simon Davies, James McFadden, Naismith, Hazard, and Jose Callahan. So hopefully maybe he'll get a debut at some point. 20 years old. He definitely does not have high current ability for being 20 years old, but hopefully they didn't make this shit more realistic, because I feel like in real life potential doesn't work exactly the same way it does in Football Manager. So if you made a Vardy kind of player, right? I feel like if Football Manager just does Football Manager, no matter if you put in a high potential or not, it won't give them enough time to he just kind of got better unexpectedly, but he was at a really low level for the majority of his career. So I feel like these players have potentials that they may never get to because of how low their current abilities have been set. But we'll see. I'm gonna say I expect nothing from a win from this match. This is a big match, first match this season. We could stamp our intentions in front of the entire league for the entire league to see. Okay, and the other thing I just want to say is I love all the series that we're doing right now, like the Saint-Etienne series and this series, but something about this game in particular, something about this team, I feel like I've finally been able to put my stamp on a team. Saint-Etienne, I've been able to make a system that's mine, but I haven't been able to really get players that I actually want and put I haven't had that financial flexibility in order to get players that I really think are actually very good and put them in my team. Oh, that's a young Blaszczykowski I've just realized on West Brom. And Uche's found Greening. Greening hits it in what is this name? Poroto Lux. Poroto Lux. Interesting. Guess that's a middle name or something. That's what he goes by. That's interesting. Hopefully we can create something this time instead of them. But they have Zoltan Gear. I remember. I don't even know if he was all that good, but I just remember in one FIFA, I think it was FIFA 14 or something like that. I would play career modes. I think I had a West Brom career, and I think I love Zoltan Gear just because I scored goals with him out, and that's a big chance for good Andy on the wing wearing the number 7 shirt. He just barely misses. It's off the post with the header, which obviously is not his strength, so can't get too upset at him for missing there. We haven't seen anything from Nani yet, but obviously we're watching highlights and it's the first 35 minutes of the match, so I can't I'm just really excited for all the new signings to do something crazy, but I just have to be patient. Kuschak, because I think if I'm correct, I think all of them have to adjust to being in a new country in a new league, because I don't think we got any of them from England. Any of the signings we got, Sicardo, David, I don't think any of them have played in England at this point. Obviously, Nani ended up playing in England, Kallstrom ended up playing in England, but like, at this point, none of them have played in England, so they all have to adapt. This is just their first match, so I can't expect I can't expect them to like all just like score hat tricks and just be up 12-0 at halftime. I'm still gonna say I'm far from pleased, because this is a newly promoted West Brom team. Even if they've strengthened by getting players with the ability of Blaszczykowski, who at this point only has 2.5 star ability. That's interesting. I mean, he was a great player in my opinion. And then Zoltan Gira, he has 3. Okay, so so he was a really good player. He was Hungarian. Yeah, because I also really liked him because he was really old and also still scoring goals for me. So like, that would make sense that he was already 28 at this point. Now Andy puts in the ball and Lescott just heads it over. It's just a little bit too high. And I think that I'm gonna give, I don't know what do I have. I think McFadden would make the most sense. I want to put on Callahan, but I just don't think that's the correct substitution right now. And good Andy started out this series playing great, but I think ever since the second half of last season, he really hasn't shown much of anything at all. So I mean, I definitely like, as I should probably go on very attacking. I definitely want to see him do well, but at the same time I can't just play with play with no objectivity just because I like good Andy and I love Andy Johnson in real life. So and a very disappointing draw there. Kim Kallstrom, man of the match, but no one did great. I gotta tell them that was terrible. I gotta say you were not good enough, and everybody agrees. Hopefully we can avenge ourselves in this match against Blackburn. Neither of the first 2 matches were too difficult of games, so we can adjust to the league so far with our new players. And I mean, there probably should be an adjustment period, but I think that we have the talent to really challenge for these Champions League spots this time. I know that we did in the beginning of the season last time, but to really maintain that challenge and really instead of falling off because we don't have the strength and depth, I think that we really have the players necessary in order to keep that challenge up for real this time. So hopefully that's the case, and we can start off winning or start off on the right foot against Blackburn this time instead of the tie that we got against West Brom. All right, well, I signed this lad, and it may look like a bad signing, right? But hold on, one second. Let me get him into the squad. Let me get my boy LaPaglia into the squad. The young Donnie, 28-year-old young Donnie. No, I'm saying. Do all the shit you gotta do. Look at his stats though. Tell me if I put him at an advanced playmaker on support, he doesn't have that first touch at 18, that dribbling at 17, passing at 18, technique at 18. This man is an orchestrator. He can't move, but shit, bro. He doesn't need to move. He just needs to ping. He just needs to make the ball move. You know what I'm saying? He got that flair. He even has that off the ball. I don't really know how he does because he can't move whatsoever. But I mean, 2 bravery is an absurd stat, but he doesn't really need that anyway. I mean, everything else kind of just banger. Boom, 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 boom. And he's a penalty taker too. I'm just saying. He's gonna be our new attacking mid. So whether the club likes it or not, he's the new attacking mid. So that's just kind of gonna be how it is. I don't know what to tell you. If I go to our first team, right, I gotta take this boy Leon out of it. I gotta go my boy Caesar. Look at that full green circle right there. Look at that full green circle right there for my boy Caesar. I'm on my genius shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Nah, I'm not doing that shit. I was about to do some weird shit, but it's all good. We're gonna keep his name. He's done nothing wrong yet. He hasn't done anything to deserve that kind of shit. I think as an advanced playmaker, he's a perfect player. Personally, You don't need to move. He's kind of like a Gonzo type nigga, you know what I'm saying? If any of y'all play FIFA ever, really, it's FIFA maybe 18 or earlier, any sort of career mode ever, just he's kind of like Gonzo, or even Ultimate Team, honestly, that, you know, that like 38 pace attacking mid who just got he got the footwork. That's La Paglia right there. That's that boy. Also, I just want to mention it was 425K, so it wasn't like I didn't break the bank. He did play 19 times for Vitors de Setúbal with an average rating of 6.6, and his one performance this year was a 6.0. But of course, why would I check that before I sign? You know, what you do with that kind of stuff, like the important statistical stuff, like stuff that legitimately matters, is you check it afterwards, right? Because if it's really great, you go, oh, look at this shit, right? Like you pretend like you looked at that beforehand. And if you don't look at it, right, you just don't mention it unless you accidentally show the public. So like that's all I'm saying. Like that's kind of the way you go about it, right? He scored a few goals in his career. I think he's really a creator, personally. They don't have the assist stats. I bet it was 25, 29. I bet when he was banging matches for Boca, like, okay, he's not ever been good enough to get in the Boca team. They just don't know what, they don't see what I see. They don't have it. If you were a visionary like this, you wouldn't be coaching for Boca, you'd be coaching for Madrid. That's all I gotta say. So that's all I gotta say. My boy Caesar, my boy Julius Caesar out here banging. You know what I'm saying? Caesar La Paglia, perfect attacking mid. That's my boy right there, Caesar. I fuck with that nigga more than anyone. His mama wouldn't even start him in attacking mid. They be putting in Osman. They be putting in Kurlon before this nigga, but I gotta put in my boy Caesar. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we've made another signing, and this I can guarantee is our last signing of the window, unless somebody massive leaves before the window ends. But we've signed Matthias Lequy for $2.1 million, and they might say he's 2.5 stars, but this is another one where I think I'm on my genius shit. This is another one where I think I may possibly be on my genius shit. So just wait and see. Because honestly, I'm gonna show you his stats. Watch this shit. Central defender on defend. Bam, 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 bam. Look at that shit. Look at this. I mean, maybe I'm ignoring like the really bad stats, like the fact that, what are the really bad stats? This dude's a beast. He's just a menace. He's a center back menace. What's his negatives? Like, all the negatives are stuff that doesn't matter. Oh, he has 10 pace. Oh, well, he's a center back. Like, this dude is a beast. That's all I have to say. That's the reason he was on Atletico Madrid from 03 to 04. Played 34 matches. So, 2.1 million. I got his release clause, 2.1 million. I don't know how I did that shit, but just saying, we kind of going crazy in this market. We're buying players that even our own team doesn't want. Oh yeah, and by the way, Good Andy is unhappy because he wants a new contract, but he wanted $100K a week, and I decided I wasn't gonna do that. The shit just wasn't gonna happen. So, yeah, we're gonna do that shit now. We're gonna save that as the first team, and I'm gonna see you with the lineup. Slat. Okay, here's the lineup. So we're going with Lux in goal. David Garcia, Lequy, and Yobo at the back. Lequy has come in today, and he's going to play today as well. We've given him we've literally handed him. He's walked in the door. We've handed him his cleats and his kit, and he's just walking right onto the pitch directly from the plane. He's going to the pitch. Yobo is going to play beside him. Zaccardo on the right. Kallstrom and Cahill in the middle. Nani on the left. Andy on the right. New signing Lapaglia going to be in the middle, right behind Good Andy. Hopefully Good Andy doesn't let his unhappiness of the fact that I won't pay him to be a superstar when he's a bang average striker cloud his ability to score maybe a 1 goal finally, because he hasn't scored in like 9 matches. I feel like this is like not the time to ask for a new contract. Like, he wants to talk about how he's so much better than when I first started here. That he was really good for like the very beginning of the season. So if anything, to me, he's gotten worse than when I just started. So I don't really understand his point. He just seems like he's on some bullshit and he just needs some money. Like, he probably his wife, he probably has like 5 former wives. They're all like filing for child support, and the payments are just getting too much, and he needs $100K per week just to keep up with the payments, and maybe just he'll pay interest eventually. He's gotten a massive loan to pay for all these payments. He'll be able to pay back the interest, and maybe eventually he'll be out of being underwater, and that's really was his only solution. So now he might just kill me in my sleep just to get this money back. So I really have no idea what's going to happen. But anyway, they have Benny McCarty, the Porto Champions League legend. Everybody else not familiar with besides my boy Robbie Savage. Besides that, they got Brad Friedel. Oh, they have former Everton striker James Beattie. We just sold him to Blackburn this summer. And yeah, we have Lequy and LaPaglia, the La Brothers, Les Hermanos, my boys. They're gonna be making their debuts together. You know, that shit. They slimes. You know what I'm saying? The slime rolling on. You dig? Okay. Wait. Yep. All right. So there's our team talk. Pretty decent. Anyway, we're playing at Blackburn. So. Different atmosphere. Last match was at home, and we still tied. So hopefully we take the negative energy that's in the stadium. They're all going to be against us, and hopefully we make that shit work for us. LaPaglia. See, this is what I'm telling you. LaPaglia pings those passes to the outside. Now towards good Andy, he can't actually head the ball because he's only 5'2". So Emerton's running forward. Nani just tackles him brilliantly there, though. Nani getting back on defense. Now, good Andy. He can finish with his feet, except, okay, I've given him a compliment there, and it just hasn't worked out, has it? Hasn't worked out at all. But LaPaglia, you know what he can do from a set piece. I mean, you may have never seen it, but you know the way I talk about him. You know what he can do. You guys trust me by now that if I'm talking about somebody like Jesus and they walking across water, you know what I'm saying? They got a verse on their head. All right, LaPaglia, I'm just saying. Good Andy's absolutely terrible, but what a ball! Like, who could Leon Osman have done that? No, right? Like that's some LaPaglia shit right there. I am on my genius shit. He's the highest rated player on our team. I'm on my genius shit. Slat. Now they got a free kick here. Put the ball in. We head it out. Can we get there first? No. Robbie Savage gets there first. Now, if we press here, we're going to be able to get the ball back, but instead, Nelson's on it. He finds it, Emerton. They're just kind of passing it back and forth. That might be the worst cross I've ever seen, but Garms Peterson is taken out to the line by it. Now, they're just kind of passing around us, but they haven't created anything too threatening until right now. Emerton, and that's a great finish from Brett Emerton. I mean, Lux really is put in a hard position there because if he tries to stop the near post there, it makes it easy for them to hit the square ball. And I mean, it's also just it's such a quick play. He's really not able to do much there. There really isn't a square ball to hit, though. I feel like someone in here needs to be better. Whether it's whoever was marking, which I think would have been Yobo there. Well, Yobo, I guess it would have been David Garcia, actually. Or if it's Lux that needs to get out there faster, I'm not exactly sure. But somebody needs to do something different than what just happened, because that did not look right. And now after tying the last match, we are losing this match. I mean, this is definitely absolutely not ideal. I think we can say that with a certainty, that this is not an ideal situation. I'm just going to absolutely shit on them. Tell them to show me something in the second half. It was how excited I was about. I'm making some subs. You're coming out, big dog. Who do I have? I have McFadden. That's fine. Wait. That's fine. That's all I want to do. Okay. So yeah, with all the transfers I made, okay, Roberts is in. Oh, good save from Lux though. Good save from my boy. From all the transfers I'm in, I mean, they look so good. I feel like I'm not wrong about the transfers. I mean, if they just all turn out to be busts, it's not really my fault, I guess, but I feel like the board would still fire me. I can't just say, oh, well, actually, they have, you might not know this, but they all have these ratings. All these players have these, objective ratings, and they're all really high. If it didn't work out, maybe it's just like, they didn't adapt well to the environment. Not really anything I could have done about it. I can't say that. So, obviously, it's still going to be my fault if the numbers don't correspond to what the numbers are on the screen. So even if I can read the numbers, it doesn't matter because I can just get bullshitted. That's basically how this game works. So we're gonna put in Simon Davies. His first appearance of the season. Kallstrom has not been great today at all. I'm gonna shout at them because that's okay. Wait, hold on. I'm not gonna shout at them until after I see what happens here because it would be really awkward if I'm shouting while they're doing something good. But somehow I have a feeling that it's not going to be something good. If Roberts gets the ball, that's a big save from Lux, and hopefully that isn't the highlight, but you knew it was going to be, didn't you? You knew it was going to be the highlight. And now I think, okay, I did not put Hazard on the bench. That is not ideal. We're just going to put in Leon Osman instead on this right side instead of Andy. And hopefully we've had more shots and more on target, but we just have not been creating chances. We have not been creating chances at all, and I don't exactly know why. I don't know why we aren't being able to create chances. But Lapaglia puts in a great ball, nobody gets to it, and that's the perfect area you would want a set piece. But now they're countering. Roberts is just running a circle, and somehow it still works. Benny McCarthy puts the ball in towards Roberts, and that's just a really tame effort. Honestly, they have to score from there. Now Too Gay. His name is Too Gay. That's unbelievably hard. He's not just Gay Kermaglu. He's Too Gay Kermaglu. But Davies somehow keeps the ball there. That's a great ball. I'm not exactly sure he's played it, but it looks like good Andy just was not aware to it on time. I mean, I feel like he's telegraphed for the entire world he was going to hit a ball all the way up the pitch there. He swung his leg all the way back to the fucking Mars, but good Andy was the only one that didn't notice it apparently. Zaccardo puts the ball in the box. It's just been cleared out. Somehow they've cleared the ball out into a through ball on goal, but Lux has again made an incredible save, and that's their 6th clear-cut chance in the match. I don't exactly understand why that's happening, why we're just allowing them to just how their clearance is turning into a through ball, but it's happened. So, oh my god. Okay, Lux has made another brilliant save. Okay, that was offsides, but I don't exactly understand why we just can't create chances. I don't get why I'm going very attacking. I don't get why we just cannot create chances to save our life. Like, this is an absurd result in my opinion. Like, okay, this dude looks nice. I don't know how I didn't see him, but he looks incredibly good. Well, good news. I know German Lux is the real deal. That was a brilliant performance. Bad news. The whole rest of the team played terribly. So, I mean, we started the season out with 1 win. I mean, 1 draw, 1 loss. Sunderland's top of the league, so it's all really going to shit, isn't it? I'm just gonna shit on them. You know how it is. I'm far from pleased. We have Arsenal next. That's great news. Isn't that wonderful news? That I'm sure that's gonna go well. Great. Okay. Let's see. When do we come back? We may come back for Europa League game. We could come back for like a Tottenham Europa League game, depending on which team this is. I don't know what the group draw is going to be already, obviously. So it might be like here, what we come back for. So if that, hopefully we'll have gotten our form sorted by then. I mean, with us, you have no idea what's going to happen. But anyway, that being said, subscribe if you enjoyed. Did I get that right? Subscribe if you enjoyed? Yes, sir. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Actually I didn't because my hand's not in there. Alright, subscribe if you enjoyed. Alright, this is such an awkward place to put my arm. Anyway, subscribe if you enjoyed, like the video, follow my social medias down below, and I'm going to see y'all tomorrow with the next installment of Rewriting Everton History. Schlat, my slimes, my slimuses, my slimasuses. Schlat, my slimes, my slimasuses. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow.